Hello and welcome to another episode of Bolts and Boost, everybody. So, as you can tell in my garage, it's pretty empty in here. The Z is gone and the Evo is gone as of recently. And it just feels good. It feels good in the respect that I just want to kind of wipe my hands clean of right-hand drive vehicles at this stage in my life. Now, one thing that isn't helping the situation is we're finishing our basement, and I'm dumping a pile of money, close to $50,000, on finishing our basement. So I have been purging all of my car things, giving expensive things away, selling it for way too cheap, or taking it to donation centers, or throwing it out. And obviously, none of us car people want to do that. You know, you've been saving this stuff for years. You're like, this is worth money. It's awesome that I have it. Then the day comes, we all know it's coming, that it looks like that. This is nothing, by the way. I still have a basement full of that. And I've already threw away, gave away, and sold a bunch of it. So it's kind of bittersweet. You know, I love my right-hand drive cars. I love Japanese cars. You know, it's my favorite genre of cars, if you will. But buying Japanese cars kind of lost its utility, if you will. And I say utility because it's an economic word. But you pay a certain price and you get a lot of value for that price, essentially. And right-hand drives were that for me, you know. You could buy very, very high performance, high performing, cool legend status cars for much cheaper than what you could get a brand new Mustang here or a Camaro, like high-end ones. I'm not talking about like, the 4.6s or anything. I'm talking about like Terminators or S550s or what have you. But now, that's not the case. I've been on auction houses and Japanese web pages, surfing the net, trying to find things that I'm going to buy, and all of the good cars, all of the minusculely good cars are a lot of money. And it's mind-blowing to me because 10 years ago, we literally purchased Supras, non-turbo Supras, from Japan for $6,000 landed. That same car today is $45,000 to $50,000 landed. What? Like, I don't understand. I mean, I do. I get it. But I don't get it. The reason why I don't get it is because that car is 25 years old. A lot of the stuff is discontinued. In a lot of respects, right-hand drive vehicles, I'd say 80% of them, the windshields don't cross over to the left-hand drive counterpart. I do think the Supras do. That is one exception. But for example, the Evo doesn't. Most of the Lexus vehicles don't. So if you get a rock chip, which happens a lot in Alberta, your windshields are, let's just say, $1,000 by the time it gets to where it needs to go in your car. And $1,000 is probably a cheap, estimation. I know for the Evo it was going to be $700 to $1,000, and that was cheap. Lexus LS400 is another one. Lexus IS350 is another one. Toyota Aristo, etc., etc., etc. So the utility of buying a right-hand drive for me is no longer there. My next car purchase, don't know if it's going to be this year or next year. I'm going to try for this year. Just gonna really, really schmooze the wife. Just because we're doing their basement, is going to be a fast left-hand drive muscle car probably. Because spending $50,000, $60,000 on a brand new or newer ZL1 Camaro with 700 horsepower, 650 horsepower, a brand new S550 Mustang with close to 500 horsepower, or buying a, non-turbo Supra that needs a bunch of OEM panels that don't exist, so you got to pay out the yin-yang for people who are selling them, and they take advantage of the market, trust me. And then, not the Supra, but let's just use this example. Then you need a windshield. It doesn't make logical sense financially or fiscally to buy right-hand drives anymore. For me. Are they cool cars? Abso-freaking-lutely, they are. Some of the best cars in the world are from Japan. The 2JZ cars, the R35s, RX-7 FDs, the Skylines, all that stuff. They're all massively cool cars. And that's kind of the reason why all the prices are AWOL. My dream garage would consist of a lot of cars from Japan. If I could get it left-hand drive, I do prefer left-hand drive. So like the Supra, I would have left-hand drive Supra, left-hand drive Evo 8, etc., etc. But like Evo 6s, they're very rare left-hand drive. So I'd probably have a right-hand drive one. You get the point. I love Japanese cars. That's what I'm getting at. But the prices they are today makes no sense. Just doesn't. An Evolution 5 nowadays, 30 to 40 grand. Evo 6, 30 to 40 grand. Those cars are amazing cars. Amazing. They cost a lot of money. Once they get here, they could have major rust structural issues, which I personally know a buddy of mine who bought an Evo 8 for $30,000 in Japan. Got here, the car was a write-off. Literally, because of structural rust. So there's too much risk for me to buy a car of that dollar value when I could literally buy a couple-year-old Mustang or a couple-year-old ZL1 here or ZL6 and pay close to the same price. You see where I'm getting at with this. Now, that's not to say the cars here have skyrocketed in value either, because they have, and it's just atrocious. For example, I almost bought a 2005 Viper more than one occasion, and one was $40,000 and the other was $45,000. This again was probably 10 years ago, maybe a little less. But that car today is easily, without even trying, $65,000 to $100,000. So cars in general have ballooned. So again, I'm trying to maximize my utility, maximize my value. So if I wait it out, so right now we have the SRT, which I love, by the way, and we have my truck, which is a 5-liter, and I love that thing too. We're going to wait it out for a bit, do our basement now, and hopefully the market drops a bit with this anticipated recession coming. If that's the case, I'm definitely going to scoop something up sooner than later. This channel is an automotive channel, so there's going to be stuff on that. There's going to be stuff on the truck. I got some stuff for the truck waiting on the counter right now. And there's going to be another car in the future, whether that's in a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year. But I just want to let you guys know, for now, I am done with right-hand drives for the most part. If I do order one, don't get mad at me. The only reason that I would order one is I found a stupid deal. For example, the Nissan Fairlady Zs. The last two I've purchased were screaming deals. Now, I cannot find them even remotely close to what I purchased them, the other two that I had for. Not even close. So the market in the right-hand drive from Japan sector is just still doing this. So it's unfortunate. A car that I would buy from Japan right now would be a cheaper convertible, I'm thinking. Just to have a little bit of fun, throw it around in corners. A Miata, BMW Z4, something along those lines. For some reason, those two cars are still decently priced, but they're still rising and quite fast. So generally, right now, I'm done with right-hand drives. All the legend cars, all the cars I'm into, you probably won't be seeing one in my garage unless I find one for a stinking good deal. So you guys can hold me to that. But if one pops up in here, just know that it was a screaming deal. That's the only way I'm going to buy one. So for now, the content on this channel for the short term is going to be on the SRT8. That is going to go to the track. We got some new shoes on the way for it, some new wheels. My wheels for the F-150 are going on. Some people don't like these. You know, these remind me of BBS's. And I've never seen this style of wheel for the truck. That's why I like these. It's not my absolute favorite design, but I like them because I don't see them anywhere. And they're kind of representative of the BBS wheels. But anyway, I took them out of my shed and this one's leaking and they're brand new freaking tires. So now I gotta find that one. And Ford discontinued the tires from what I hear. So I'm kind of in a pickle if they can't fix it. Who knows? But anyway, I just wanted to update you guys what's going on in the garage. I know some of you don't or are not on my social media, so this might be news to you. So I apologize. If you do want to follow me on Instagram, it's just Bolts and Boost. I'll put the name up here. And give it a follow, and you can keep up to date on my Instagram as well. But as always, I hope you guys somewhat enjoyed the video. If you're thinking about getting a right-hand drive, just do your homework. You might find value elsewhere. I've been really analyzing the markets lately, and right now I just don't think it's worth it to buy a right-hand drive. They're older cars. They need OEM door clips, door handles, what have you. And the manufacturers aren't making a lot of stuff anymore. And if they are, they're generally expensive. And if they're not, the people on the used market are charging an arm and a leg for them. So that's my 2 cents. Hopefully it provided you guys with a little bit of insight. But as always, please check out other channels, or always check out other channels, but please check out videos on my channel. And if you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification, and we can keep up to date. Like I said, the next video that's coming down the pipeline is probably the grill lights for my F-150. Super stoked to do that. It's going to be a bigger job, just getting that grill off, and I hate tearing apart a brand new vehicle. So anyway, it is coming down the pipe. So as always, I hope you guys have a great Easter weekend. All right, everybody? Peace.